So in question number 6, it's given that ABC is an equilateral triangle of side 2A. Find each of its altitude. So we have to derive the formula to find altitude of an equilateral triangle. Okay. So we'll see how to derive this, how to get the altitude of an equilateral triangle. Given is equilateral triangle ABC with each side 2A. Altitude AD is drawn such that AD is perpendicular to BC. Altitude is nothing but height of an equilateral triangle, and we can draw altitude in three different ways. We can draw altitude in this way or this way also. Okay, so we have to find the length of the altitude, that is the height AD, in terms of A. Okay, so let's proceed with this. First, I'll prove these two triangles are congruent. Triangle ADB and triangle ADC, I can prove they are congruent like we did in 9th class. So I can say in these two triangles ADB and ADC, I can say that AB is equals to AC because all sides are equal. So AB will surely be equals to AC, and AD is the common side here. So this is right angle. So ADB is equals to ADC. We have got three parts of this triangle equal to the three parts of the other triangle, that is our right angle, hypotenuse and side. So I can say these two triangles are congruent by RHS congruency rule. Hope you all remember the RHS congruency rule which we did in 9th class. So why did I prove this? I proved these two triangles are congruent to get BD is equals to DC. Okay, so we have got BD is equals to DC, or you can, if this is asked for 3 marks, you can directly say, okay, that BD is equals to DC as AD is the altitude. Okay, or you can write all the steps and prove it. So BD is equals to DC we have got. So when BC is equals to 2A, how much will be BD and DC? BD and DC are equal, so will they not be A each? Yes, so as BD is equals to DC, they're half of BC. Okay, BD and DC are equal and they are half of BC. So what is BC? BC is 2A, so 2A by 2 I'll do, that will be equals to A. So when this complete is 2A, what will be half of 2A? This will be A and this will be A again. Okay, so we have got the length of BD as A and DC as A. Here now we can easily find the altitude by using Pythagoras theorem here. Okay, I have taken the figure here. Hence in right triangle ABD, I can use either even this triangle or this triangle, that is my choice. Okay, so I am using the triangle ABD because we have got the length of BD as A and this is hypotenuse. In triangle ABD, I can apply Pythagoras theorem, that is hypotenuse square is equals to, this is your hypotenuse, this is the height, and this is the base here. So AB square is equals to AD square plus BD square. We know the measurement of hypotenuse, that is 2A. We also know the base is A. We can find the length of AD, that is the altitude. So we'll continue with this. We'll substitute all the values, 2A square in place of AB, and AD we don't know, plus A square. So simplifying, 2A square becomes 4A square, 2A whole square becomes 4A square, 4A square minus A square, that gives you 3A square. So AD is equals to 3A square and AD is equals to, if I remove the square from here, we'll get a root. Okay, root of 3A square. What happens here? Root remains as it is for 3, and for A square it gets cancelled, square and root gets cancelled. Finally we get root 3A. So we get the length of the altitude, that is root 3 into A. Thus length of altitude is root 3, A root 3 or root 3 into A. Similarly, length of other altitudes also we can find. Okay, I said you just now we have three altitudes in a triangle. Length of BE will also be a root 3 and length of CF is also a root 3. So this can be asked from 1 mark to 4 mark. In 1 mark it can be asked what is the length of altitude for a triangle, for a given triangle. So if the side of the triangle is given as 8 centimeter, so you should make it half. Okay, so altitude will be 4 root 3 a root 3. We are not taking 2a root 3, okay, we are taking half of 2a, that is a root 3. So what is half of 4? We should make half of the given side, that will be the length of the altitude. Imagine if the side of the side of an equilateral triangle is 10 centimeter, 10 units, what will be the altitude for that triangle? The altitude will be 5 root 3, isn't it? So this type of questions can be asked in 1 mark, and if this whole question is asked, that can be asked in 4 mark. Okay, let's continue with the next. Now in this question we have to prove that the sum of the squares of the sides of a rhombus is equal to sum of the squares of its diagonals. So very interesting question here. We have to prove that sum of the squares of the sides of the rhombus. So ABCD is a rhombus with diagonals AC and BD intersecting each other at O. Hope you remember the properties of a rhombus. The diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at right angle and they will not be equal. Okay, all the sides of a rhombus are equal. Diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at right angle. We have to prove that sum of the squares of all sides is equals to sum of the squares of its diagonals. Sum of the squares of all the sides means I'll take the sides AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus DA square. These are the sides, and that is equals to sum of the squares of its diagonals. What are the diagonals in this? AC and BD. So I'll write AC square plus BD square. This is our RTP required to prove. Okay, we know that diagonals of a rhombus, since sides of a rhombus are equal, okay, we know that diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at right angle, which I said just now. Now I can say that each of these angle is 90 degrees because diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at right angle. So each of the angle AOB and BOC, COD, DOA, all these each angle will be equals to 90 degrees, and but diagonals bisect each other, so I can say AO is equals to CO as well as BO is equals to DO. This is also a property of rhombus which we studied in 9th class. Now I'll take one right angle triangle from these four. There are 4 right angle triangles here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are 2 methods of proving this theorem. I'll show you the easiest one. So out of this 4 I'll take any one triangle. I'm taking triangle AOB, the first triangle. I'll use Pythagoras theorem. So in this right angle triangle, this is 90 degrees, so AB will be hypotenuse. So hypotenuse square is equals to height square plus base square. You can take any one as height and any other as base, that doesn't matter. So AB square is equals to OA square plus OB square, because I have taken the triangle AOB. Okay, so from here I get AB square is equals to AO square plus OB square. Now OA is equals to half of AC or not? Clearly it is half of AC because we said diagonals bisect each other. So OA is half of AC. Okay, OA is half of AC. Similarly OB is half of BD because BO and OD are equal, so I can say OB is half of BD. So I'll substitute in place of OA. I have written half of AC whole square plus half of BD whole square for OB. Next we'll continue with this. We'll square it. Let's square this. Half AC whole square becomes AC square by 4 and this becomes BD square by 4. The LCM of this denominators is 4, so AC square plus BD square by 4. 4 goes here in the cross multiplication. 4ab square is equals to ac square plus bd square. 4ab square I can write as 4 times ab square. Nothing wrong if I write 4ab square as ab square plus ab square plus ab square plus ab square, that is 4 times ab square. As we already know that all the sides of a rhombus are equal, I can write in place of AB, first AB I'll keep as it is, then in place of the other AB I'll write BC, and then again I'll write CD and AD. Because all sides are equal, I can replace this AB with BC, this AB with CD, this AB with AD, the remaining 3 sides. So finally we have got what we needed, that is AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square is equals to sum of the squares of its diagonals. So this is the most important theorem for 4 marks from this exercise. Hope it's clear to you all. Complete your works on time.